Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this maple and banana loaf. Let's begin. To get started, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into your mixing bowl place your butter and your sugar, then mix it together until they are lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. Depending on your climate, this will take a various amount of time, so I find anything from 5 to 7 minutes works really well, and this will help you get the perfectly light and fluffy consistency that you're looking for. Once you've achieved that, you can then add in your eggs one at a time, beating well in between each addition, and just take your time in adding the eggs, as the mixture may split a little or separate, but this is completely normal with the amount of moisture that's being added. Then add in your vanilla and mix until fully incorporated. Then add in your bananas and just mix until they are fully incorporated. Mine was a little bit more liquid because I got them straight from the freezer and they was very loose, but they work really well, they're really ripe. Mix until fully incorporated, add in the maple syrup and do the same thing, mix until incorporated. Then you can go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down, and this just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. Then add in your dry ingredients, so I'm adding in my flour followed by my raisin agent and my salt, and then some cinnamon if you want to use it, and it works really well with the maple. And mix on a low speed to start with, working you up to a medium high speed or until you have a clear cake batter. Once you've done that, you can give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits of flour that may not have been fully worked in. Grab your loaf pan and just pour that batter directly into there and jiggle it around until it's level, and then you can place it to your preheated oven and bake. So to make the Swiss meringue buttercream, grab yourself a heat-proof bowl, which is around medium in size, and add in your egg whites followed by the sugar and whisk together until they are very well combined. It will be a kind of gloopy mix, and this is what you're looking for, so just keep that in mind. Once you've got to that stage, you can then go ahead and place over a saucepan of simmering water and just keep whisking until the sugar has dissolved and the egg whites have cooked out. And this is completely normal in what you're looking for, and as you keep whisking you'll notice it thickens up and it becomes whiter, smoother and glossier. Transfer that into a standard stand mixer and just add the whisk attachment and keep whisking until you get this kind of marshmallowy meringue mixture, and this is what you're looking for. Once you've achieved that and you can touch the bottom of the bowl, you can then go ahead and add in the chunks of butter and just add in the butter chunk by chunk and add it until it's fully incorporated. You will notice the mixture goes from white to quite yellow, but this will alleviate as we keep whisking. So add in your butter and just keep whisking, and it should become a slightly more pale yellow or an off-white. This is what you're looking at. Then you can add in your flavouring. I'm using vanilla, but feel free to add in whatever you'd like. Then you can just keep whisking until it's fully incorporated, and it should be smooth and look somewhat good. Once you've got that, you can then add in your maple syrup and just keep the mixer going, and this will incorporate and it will take on a slightly more beige colour, and this is completely normal in what you're looking for. Then give the bowl a good scraping down, and this just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. So then for the decoration, you'll want to make sure that the cake has been baked and is fully cool, so I like to leave mine for at least an hour and a half so it's fully cool. Then top with the buttercream and spread and level it out as much as you want to. Feel free to pipe it on if you'd like, but I just like to spread on top of a loaf. This just works really well for me. And once you're happy, I just like to finish with a little zigzag pattern, but feel free to do whatever you want. Then just top with some toffee pieces or some fudge pieces, and then you're good to go. This is really as simple as I'm going to make it, and it's got that mapley kind of caramelly flavour which works really well. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be links to this recipe, a link to my blog and links to my social medias. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.